Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Rosey, and on this channel we talk about everything personal growth. From mindfulness to manifestation, psychology to spirituality, I bring it all together for you guys to help you raise your vibration and come into soul alignment. I'm very excited about today's video because we're going to talk about what's going on in the collective, new earth, and ego deaths. If you're a human, you know what has been going on in the collective right now, but individually, things are heating up. Things are bubbling to the surface, and that's exactly what an ego death is. First, I want to talk about what our ego is before we go into what an ego death is. Our ego is the part of us that is driven by fear, that holds the limiting beliefs of fear, that has the habits, that has the relationships, that has the codependency that says fear is the way of living, fear is protecting me, I don't have trust, so I'm living in fear. That is what our ego is. There becomes a point, which we are at right now, where these lies are no longer serving us. This fear-based stuff, this fear-based beliefs, they're no longer serving us, and they have to go because they're actually limiting to us, to our existence, and to the collective existence. They have to go. But in order for them to go, they have to come up. We do a very good job of not looking at our fears as a society. We really know how to entertain ourselves, to avoid things, to have addictions, to not look at our problems or not look at our fears because they're too painful and because we don't know how to handle them. This is not serving us. This is a time for you to look at your fears and allow yourself to face your ego. It's a perfect time because this is bubbling up in the collective. Other people are doing it, but you also have the time and you also have the space to do this right now. What this means is that you have to look at what has been holding you back. The fear-based beliefs that you're holding, that you're letting run your life, and you have to face off with them. What I mean by facing off with them is that you have to look at them, go into a meditative state, do Reiki, do hypnotherapy, do something where someone else can hold space for you, or you can hold, like your higher self can hold space for you or your inner child, or you can look at a belief system that you have been holding for a very, very long time. These are very intense fears. This is very hard to do. And oftentimes, like I said, we want to avoid doing this because it just is painful. It does not feel good. It is very, very uncomfortable. And it takes a lot of courage to do this. It takes us understanding that we are not going to live in a space where we're giving our power away to fear in our world, and also just inside of us, we give our power away to fear with our thoughts, with our habits, with our beliefs. This is all happening because New Earth is being born. If you haven't heard of what New Earth is a concept, it's a paradigm. It's what Earth is shifting into. Right now, Earth is dominated by fear. By people living in fear, by people acting in fear, by people believing and letting themselves be run by fear. New Earth is what we're shifting to. We're shifting to an Earth where people are governed and live by love. They're driven by love. Their habits are in love. The way they communicate with other people is love. We are not there right now. And in order to get there, we basically have to create heaven on earth inside of ourselves. We have to face our fears, and we have to individually start living in a space of love, in a space of unconditional love, in a space of faith, in a space of courage. And once we do that on an individual level, we'll start to bring that and manifest that into New Earth. So this is coming up, so all of the layers of fear can be shed. There are layers and layers and layers that the earth, that the collective, that our ancestors have lived in for so long, for centuries, for the existence of this planet. And it's time for us to transform and really come into what we need on this planet Earth, what humans need to experience, what the collective consciousness, even outside of this earth, needs to experience. What we need to do is come into New Earth. And like I said, you can do a lot of things to contribute to that right now. The first thing is asking yourself, where am I letting fear run my life? What habits, what relationships, what jobs, what beliefs are running my life based on fear, based on lack, based on limitation, based on I'm not good enough? And look at them, write them down, start to understand them, start to understand how they came to be, what experiences, what people, what situations, what groups have you been a part of that have fed you these beliefs. and really start to look at them and face them head on, knowing that you are so much more powerful than your fear, knowing that you are divine, knowing that you can be connected as much as you want to be connected to Mother Earth and to the heavens above. And if you bring those into connection with your soul, you will face all of the fear. You will look at it. You will not be scared of it anymore. It will be scary, but you will have enough courage to look at your fears, to understand them, and say, you don't have power over me anymore. I have power. Love has power. I have trust in the divine. I have trust in Mother Earth. I have trust in other people, and I have trust in myself. And I'm going to take the step forward to live a life of courageousness, to live a life of faith, and to understand that I am going to walk in love. I'm going to walk in my faith, even though that fear exists out there, even though that fear still exists, even in my head a little bit, but I am going to have the courage to stop living with it driving my life. That's what it is. That doesn't mean that one day we're going to wake up and there's going to be no fear on this planet. That's not going to happen unless we start to peel off layer after layer, experience after experience, belief after belief, job, friendship, action, whatever it is that's running your life based on fear, we have to start to say goodbye to. I encourage you to do a Reiki session, to do a hypnotherapy session, to meditate a lot right now, to allow yourself to get in the state of love as much as you can, multiple times a day. Take this opportunity as a lesson. Take this opportunity as a blessing, and understand that this is happening on purpose. This is divine timing, that the collective is going through this for us to be reborn, for us to have a rebirth and come into new earth. We are each being reborn right now. We can take the opportunity to go through the ego death and to step into the new version of ourselves, who our soul is here to be, who God has sent us to be on this planet. Or we can keep living in our fear-based, stuck, limited, contracting energy. I know you don't want to live in that anymore. I don't want to live in that anymore. And Earth does not want to live in that anymore. And that is why it is up to us individually and then collectively to start moving away from the old Earth paradigm of fear-driven behavior, thoughts, and move into love. Love-based everything. Love driving the planet. Courage driving the planet. Faith driving the planet. Take this time for yourself. Take this time to go internally. Do your internal work right now. Journal, like I said, meditate, spend time in nature. Talk and be with your inner child and start to face your fears one baby step at a time. And once you do this day after day after day, you will be reborn. You will see a new version of yourself come out and be in existence and drive who you are in every single moment of your life. But it has to start now. This is the perfect chance. This is the best opportunity that you are going to get with time and space, and everything is lining up. The energy is there for you to tap into. Tap in to Mother Earth, tap in to the spirits in the heavens above, and allow yourself to be transformed and go through a state of releasing, and stepping into love, stepping into power. I believe in you so much. I am here with you doing this work every single day, going through the ego deaths with you. Reach out to me if you would like support. If you want a session, please do not hesitate. If you feel called, if you feel pulled, if you feel like this is interesting to you, please reach out to me and talk to me, because we need people to facilitate this for us. We need people at the beginning of going through our ego deaths, and even at the end. Even I have been through a lot of ego deaths, and I still need people to facilitate me while going through my ego deaths, because a lot of the times we just can't hold that space for us when we're facing our fears. Reach out to me. I'm running reduced priced sessions right now because I want to get the most amount of people in to have these ego deaths, to have this balancing of the chakras, to have this release happen, because we need it. The collective needs it. And I'm so proud of you for doing this work. I love you guys so much. Please subscribe, please comment, please like this video if it resonated with you, and I will be back with so many more videos about what is going on in the collective right now. Stay grounded, stay rooted in love and divinity, and this will pass. Your rebirth is happening right now, and a new earth, a more divine earth, a smooth, more consistent, beautiful, aligned earth is coming, is on its way here, is being manifested right in this moment. Mwah.